Dear all, in this session, we will discuss about use of AI-based platforms for electrical engineering, different research-based implementations, how to generate different types of diagrams, flowcharts, and evaluations using AI-based tools. Nowadays, we are in the timeline of generative AI, and you might have seen that thousands of chatbots available nowadays. As far as ChatGPT, Gemini, these are concerned, these are very popular, widely used in academic as well as corporate sector. But beyond ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, there are lots of AI-based platforms we can use for our research-based applications. If we want to work on some flowchart, we want to work on some notations, some specific circuits we want to draw. So in this session, we will discuss about those points, and I will try to cover those tools which you might not have explored for different applications. Along with that, along with classical platforms, we will see how to make use of prompt engineering. By which way we can use prompt engineering? Prompt engineering means how to write effective prompts in Gemini, Google AI Studio, ChatGPT, Copilot, and other platforms, so that we can work on some particular research assignments in minimum time. Okay, so first of all, we will discuss about different aspects related to artificial intelligence, AI chatbots, and then I will start the demonstration part. You might have seen that with the advent of ChatGPT, as soon as ChatGPT was launched by OpenAI, instantly there was a strict competition between different corporate giants. So many organizations nowadays, almost every organization is working on AI, and from last 5 to 6 years you might have seen that it is increasing rapidly. Nowadays, more than 20,000 chatbots available, more than 20,000 chatbots for different applications, whether it is for electrical engineering, electronics, research based applications. If you are doing research, for example, you want to go for literature review, you want to work on some empirical data analysis, statistical data analysis, for everything, for every implementation, chatbots are available. Okay, and the prominence of these chatbots, AI, you can imagine with this particular data that at one place, at one point, when Netflix took around 4 years to achieve 1 million users, ChatGPT achieved in only 5 days. And nowadays, almost everybody is using ChatGPT or some specific AI chatbot for increasing performance in our research work or academic practices or professional work. And with these chatbots, you might have seen that you might have gone through different news, different news reports also, that with AI, lots of jobs are also under threat. In corporate world, in routine, very frequently firings are going on. Programmers, developers, data scientists, data analysts, technical support managers. Many jobs are getting killed because of advent of AI. So to survive in this current scenario, to survive in current marketplace, we have to equip ourselves with latest tools and technologies in whatever domain you are working. As I assume that most of you are from electrical engineering. So, in electrical engineering, how to create different types of circuits, how to simulate those circuits quickly. One way is that we can work on these circuits or some implementations with some classical tools. Another way, with automated tools, with artificial intelligence, so that we can have an edge in current market scenario where lots of jobs are getting killed, to improve performance, to improve efficiency in our workplace. Different tools, different toolkits, different platforms I will cover in this particular session. And with prompt engineering, we will see how to create effective content for research and development. Even for teaching learning content, as a teacher, as a mentor, we want to create some content. Then, by which way or which platforms we can use under AI segment. Most of the coverage in this session will be in live demonstration mode. I will start the demonstration now. One by one, I will cover different tools, and however, in a short time span, it is difficult to cover so many tools, but I will try to cover at least 8 to 10 different AI based tools and techniques so that you will be able to work with it. Okay. As far as AI based platforms are concerned, lots of toolkits available, lots of platforms available. One of the very popular script for electrical engineering that we will use is that is Spice, ng Spice. If we want to work with this particular toolkit, with this specific simulation platform, if you are doing research on some particular circuit, on some specific scenario, then by which way we will be able to create some circuits and how to go for simulation. So this is free and open source script. It is an open script format, ng Spice. There are different variants of Spice, ng Spice, and PySpice. Now, most of this coverage I will cover without any manual coding. One way is that I will have to study its documentation. So you can see that its documentation is available. Rather than studying this particular documentation rigorously, what we can do, we can take help of AI, artificial intelligence. Either you can take help of Google AI Studio, you can work with ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other tool. So some implementations I will show you, and even without downloading this software, I will not download this software. On cloud, we will work. To work on cloud variant, I am opening Google Colab. Everybody knows. I think some of you might be working on Google Colab. That is Python based platform. Okay. So if I want to create an electrical circuit, okay, to create an electric circuit with some transformers or with some power supply, okay, or whatever it is, because I'm not from electrical engineering domain, I will try to cover those points. I will try to show you those segments which are very easy to develop, and by which way we will be able to create. So I'm coming to that particular part. Okay. So this one. Now, so this is ngSpice code. First of all, what we have to do in Google Colab. So this is URL collab.research.google.com. Now, in ChatGPT or using ChatGPT, I want to create an electrical circuit. Okay, you can take any research problem also. For example, you are doing masters or PhD, or you are working on some research paper. Whatever problem formulation you are having, whatever problem statement you want to solve, you can draw its circuit you can draw its diagram. So just randomly I'm typing here, okay, any prompt we can give, okay, ngspice code. So this is known as prompt engineering. With prompt engineering, with prompt writing, we can generate the code for an electrical circuit or smart grid with, okay, PMU based smart grid, or first of all we can see that for for a classical circuit, okay, first of all we will see one classical circuit so that we can start with it. After that we will see by which way we have to run. So you can see that it is generating this particular script. Okay, after that I will show you how to work on smart grid, how to work on PMU, and depending upon your problem statement, on whatever research area you are following, you can take. So this is the script, so simply copy this script, okay, and this is the code generated by ChatGPT. You can take help of Google AI Studio also. So what I will do, I will paste this particular code here, okay, this specific code we will paste here. Okay, we can take a new notebook or this one. Okay. So in code I will paste here. This is the this one is the script, and you can see that if I want to see description of this particular script that we have generated with ChatGPT. So what is in that, in this particular RC low power filter, voltage source, resistor, capacitor. If I want to customize this circuit, for example, I want to convert this circuit to a complex circuit, that can also be done. So whatever problem statement, whatever research statement, whatever algorithm or technique you are having, simply specify and write and ask ChatGPT to generate its ngSpice code. Its ngSpice code will be generated, and after that run in Google Colab. So you can see that I am not aware with electrical engineering. I am not from this particular domain. Still, we are able to generate circuit and we are able to simulate it. Okay. So now it will be its diagram. We will be able to process. Okay. So any particular code you will be able to take this one, and its process is also given here. It's by which way you have to execute it. So you can see after running it, we have to execute in this way, or you can ask in chat gpt to run in Google Colab. Okay, so this one ngspice, whatever circuit we have just created, after that we will be able to run. Okay, so we can install it. So first of all you will have to install this particular platform, this one. Okay. So pip install pyspice, ngspice, and matplotlib. So it is running now, and then you will see once it is installed, then we will be able to execute it. Now it is executed, it is successfully installed, and after installation of this one is the circuit, exclamation sign, ngspice, whatever circuit is there, this one. And now you can see its output is also available, its details, okay, node, what is voltage level. And if I want to see its outcomes, so this is pandas code. Okay, whatever output we have taken from this particular script, we want to execute it. So this one, and after that this particular code. So, and once it is done, then now you can see this one is the output. So simulation outcome. Okay, with panda. So all of these scripts we will be able to generate. Okay, if I want to change this particular code, for example this particular script I want to update in chat gpt. Okay, update following with more components. Okay, so whatever components you need you can add, you can ask chat gpt to update it. Now it is adding some rlc series circuit. So this one is rlc series circuit, voltage source, resistor, inductor, capacitor, or whatever it is. If you want to give your own problem statement you can give. So copy code, whatever code you have taken, copy code, and after that you simply execute. So this one, so where this output is saved in this particular file, it will be saved rlc underscore output dot txt. So you can see that now it is executed, and after that I will run this command ngspice, and this one is outcome. And now I want to take uh, some statistical data from this specific circuit, this one. Okay, in this way. So this is known as prompt writing or prompt engineering, by which way you will be able to write the prompts. Okay, for example I want to update it, update above with, even you will be able to use a google ai studio, not only chat gpt. Okay, because in almost every session we say that we suggest that rather than sticking to chat gpt only, we should take help of multiple ai chatbots. So google ai studio, very powerful platform for ai based implementations, for ai based data generation, content generation, you can see. Okay, so this is Google AI Studio. It is freely available, similar to ChatGPT. Okay, so whatever code you want to generate, you will be able to get it. So you can see that this one, some codes, some scripts we have already created previously for different applications. Okay, for example, I want to update a particular circuit. This particular circuit I want to update. Okay, so in new chat, we can take update or add few capacitors and resistor in following. So whatever code I have taken, I want to update it. So if I am working on some specific problem statement, so you can see that please provide the circuit description which you want to modify. Okay, so if you are working on some specific algorithm, some specific implementation, you can specify that description and accordingly it will be created. So you can see that now Google AI Studio is generating it. So 5 voltage, 5 volt DC voltage, this one, this particular parameter. Okay, so these particular details. So now whatever circuit code is generated, so this is circuit code, ngspice code. Okay, copy. Now whatever code I have copied, I will paste in Google Colab. Okay, so this is modified RC circuit. Run. Now you can see that it is executed. Now I want to execute with this one. What is my file name? This is the file name, modified RC circuit. I want to execute, and we will be able to run it. Modified RC circuit. It is executed, and now this one. So which outputs we are getting, which type of results we are getting. Okay, so you can use this particular script format. Open, it is completely open source. It's up to you whether you want to download this software or you want to uh, y- work with its official documentation tutorial, or you want to generate some circuits with AI chatbots. Okay, so this one is we have created with AI chatbots. Okay, this one. Is this clear to all of you? To some extent, are you getting this point? Kindly confirm. So one message I have received, I will try to create its diagram. Okay. Now, whatever code you have given, whatever script you have given, so sock proof plug device circuit diagram. Okay. Now I will try to create. Okay. Update above code. Okay. Give updated above code for what? Sock proof plug device. So whatever message you have given in chat window. Okay. So you can see that it is taking fuse or PTC resistor, diode, capacitor, resistor. Okay. Now I will copy this. Copy this. Okay. I will run it at bottom. We will run. Okay. If we want to plot it, we will be able to plot it. So you can see that whatever output we are getting, if we want to plot. So at bottom, I will execute this particular code. Now it is executed. Okay. Now if I want to execute, okay, simulate code to simulate above in circ in collab. So you can see that this one, if we want to circ simulate it, copy code. So each and every code I am taking from chat gpt or Google AI Studio. Now you can see that it is executed. And now if I want to plot the results, copy code. So each and every code I am taking from chat gpt or Google Colab. Okay, so whatever script you have taken, it will be working in this way. Okay, if you are facing some particular problem, you will be able to send its response. You will be able to troubleshoot it. Okay, so this one, this particular script and run. Now you can see that this. So any number of circuits we will be able to create. Otherwise, to create circuits, to create particular diagrams, we have to take paid edition, subscription based edition. But chat gpt, whatever I'm using, it is free variant. And with that we can create any number of circuits. Even if you are doing some research, you are working on some research paper, and you have some new idea. For example, I want to create a circuit diagram, okay, or some particular flow diagram. Update above. So this is known as follow up prompt engineering with PMU smart grid and attack and cyber attack scenario. Okay, for example, I want to simulate it. Phasor measurement unit. So you can see that it is giving me this particular code, circuit code of PMU smart grid. For example, my area of research is related to cyber attacks on PMU grids and its avoidance. Okay, so copy code, whatever code I have taken, so I will execute it. I will execute. Now it is executed, it means, so there is no error, it means it is executed successfully. Now I want to run it. So in next code, whatever code I have taken from chat gpt, we will run. Now you can see that this one. And after that, if we want to plot it, then we will be able to plot. Okay. Okay, plot PMU response. If I want to generate output from chat gpt itself, okay, generate sample data table from above simulation. So in this way, So simulation parameters, simulation aspects we can take from ChatGPT itself or AI itself. Are you getting this point to some extent? Because I don't know how many of you are aware with Python programming or coding part, but to some extent, actually, I am not from electrical engineering. Still, I am able to work on some circuits. So you are not from Python or from programming background, but taking help of third-party tools like AI, so that is quite easy. Okay, all of us are already comfortable in AI chatbots, so we should know how to use these platforms. Are you getting these points? Kindly confirm in chat window. To some extent, not 100%, 20-30%. Are you getting what we are covering here? Okay. Now, some more implementations we will see. For example, okay, now we will discuss about one more part, one more implementation related to circuit generation. For circuit formation in using Chat GPT or chat bots, we will make use of one more library that is known as scheme draw. Okay, so I'm coming to that particular part. So these codes I will share to all of you so that you will be able to work. Scheme Draw. How many of you are aware with these platforms which I am discussing? Kindly write in chat window yes or no. How many of you are aware with these toolkits or these names we are covering here? Yes or no? Kindly write so that I come to know, because it will be easy for me to cover the content accordingly. How many of you are aware with these platforms? These are scripts, Scheme Draw, Power Panda. Okay, no. Okay, so you can see that Scheme Draw, very powerful tool, very powerful open script to create electrical circuits. For example, I want to create some electrical circuits. I want to simulate those circuits. Then with Python programming, we can work. Now, again, that question comes, Python programming. Some of you might not be comfortable in Python, but no need to worry. Simply with ChatGPT, Google AI Studio, we will be able to create circuits, very professional circuits. Okay, no need to create a circuit in MS Word. For example, you are writing a research paper, you are applying for some research project. Okay, some research project you are applying, some research paper you are working, some project you are working, in that you need to draw some professional circuit. Okay, so one way is that we will make use of some circuit platform, some circuit drawing library, rather than so in that case obviously we have to learn that specific tool. But rather than spending so much time in circuit formation, in circuit designing or manual work, what we can do, we can create these types of circuits with AI. For example, I want to create this circuit, 7 segment display counter. Okay, so again I'm saying that I'm not from electrical engineering. Still, but we know to some extent how to use AI. Okay, I am not from electronics, but how to use AI to generate PCB, printed circuit boards, it can be done. Okay, so regardless of your actual domain, you should be able to use platform. Okay, so for example, I want to create this Arduino board. I want to generate this circuit, very professional circuit for my research paper, for my research report or for presentation. So rather than manual MS Word, PowerPoint, Paintbrush or Photoshop, what we can do, I can take help of AI. So in AI, what I will do, I will install this software, Scheme Draw. So this is the software Scheme Draw. You can see that pip install PySpice Scheme Draw. Now I will ask ChatGPT to generate a particular scheme draw diagram. For example, okay, so scheme draw code for collab on which PMU smart grid. Okay, just whatever terms I know, I am trying to create those diagrams. Okay, scheme draw code for PMU smart grid. For example, in my presentation, in my PPT, in my research paper, I want to use copy code. Okay, I will simply paste. Okay, whatever code I have taken, I will paste. So you can see that one code earlier also we have taken. For example, one this one. Okay, so scheme draw we will install. First of all, pip install spice scheme draw. Okay, you will have to install it with pip install scheme draw, and it will be installed, and after that you will be able to execute the scheme draw syntax, and then we will be able to create. Okay, now it is installed, and you can see that this circuit is created. Now another circuit that we have just taken. Okay, so you can see that code, and here we are pasting. Now you can see this is the diagram that we have just created. So I have written PMU smart grid, so you might be knowing better whether it is correct or not. Okay, we have created this particular circuit. So now if I want to save it in PNG file, in JPG file, we can create. Okay, we can go for it. So for example, I want to create another circuit. Okay, like scheme draw code. So the same code I am updating. Scheme draw code for code on electrical circuit with few resistors, capacitors, okay, transistors, power supply, battery. Okay, whatever terms I know in electrical engineering, I am using those. Okay, pinpoint terms, pinpoint work you can specify. You can put your algorithm, you can put your implementation, and you can ask it to generate. So these terms I know. So I have written copy code. Now I will paste it. So in code, whatever code we have taken, now run. Now you will see that this particular diagram will be generated. Now you can see that this particular diagram, this particular plot is generated. So any number of diagrams, any number of plots will be able to generate with this one. Okay, so you can see that so many diagrams we have already created. So this implementation I have done earlier related to. So this is SCADA, EMS, RTU, attacker. So which type of implementation is this? It is related to attack. Okay, for example, we want to draw a particular circuit or some specific diagram. Now if we want to convert this particular circuit diagram in form of a sequence diagram. Okay, convert above in sequence diagram code for sequence diagram.org. For example, because in research papers, in thesis, in dissertations, we have to write these processes. Okay, we have to write certain steps also. So you can see that copy code. Now what I will do, I will open sequence diagram.org website. Here I will paste the code. Now you can see this particular flow is generated, because many times in presentations we have to generate this type of flow. Now if I want to create a sequence diagram code for some PMU attack. Okay, now we are generating convert. Okay, sequence diagram code for sequence diagram.org on which cyber attack on PMU smart grid and avoidance mechanism. I want to draw its sequence diagram for my paper, presentation, research project, whatever it is, or study material. Okay, now this code is created. Copy code. I will delete this previous code. I will paste the code which I have taken from ChatGPT or Copilot. or Google AI Studio, now you can see very professional diagram, very professional circuit is created. If I want to create this type of circuit manually, it is almost impossible. Why? First of all, I am not from electrical engineering, I don't know anything about these terms. Okay, very few things I know about these terms. Second point, to design this type of diagram, I will have to collect so many data, so much data from here and there. After that, in paintbrush or MS Word, I will go for grouping, some text creation, and even then we will not be able to create this professional diagram. But without knowledge of this core subject, we are able to generate this diagram, this process. So you can see, if I want to save it in Google Drive, OneDrive, download, it can be done. Anything, whatever is in your mind, you can create. Okay, for example, I want to create a sequence diagram on energy theft management, okay, or energy theft avoidance in smart grid, in electrical smart grid, electrical PMU smart grid, in smart city environment. For example, my area of research is related to smart city. In smart city, we are working on energy theft avoidance, and we want to show some diagram, some plot related to that. So rather than manual collecting data from here and there, then we are creating, we can ask Chat GPT or Copilot or Google AI Studio. So you can see that it is generating this particular code. Now copy code, simply paste here, previous code delete, new code paste, and now you can see we are able to get this particular very professional diagram for paper, and with 0% plagiarism. Major part is 0% plagiarism. Nobody can say that it is copy and paste, because it is generated by AI. And if n number of users are asking this type of diagram, then n number of diagrams will be generated. No need to worry that if same person, if multiple people are taking this particular query, because this is a very common question when we discuss these topics, that if same person is asking about this particular diagram from somewhere else, in that case another variant of diagram will be generated, and it is open source. If I want to delete this, click delete. If I want to delete this, click delete. Open source. Okay, we will be able to download it. 0% plagiarism and very effective teaching learning content we will be able to generate. Okay, so any type of diagram you will be able to create. So some inputs I am taking from here. Can you try phase identification tool? So I am copying this message. Okay, so I'm taking this message from your chat window, and I will try. So for this I am opening Google AI Studio. Okay, for this I will use Google AI Studio. So in chat, okay, sequence diagram code on, code for sequence diagram.org, on which phase identification tool, HV, whatever it is, because you know better than me what is this. Okay, okay, so you can see that we are able to generate this particular code with Google AI Studio. So I'm using multiple tools so that you will be able to work out on it. Copy code, and in sequence diagram, so you can see that this is the diagram. So I don't know whether it is correct or not. You might be knowing it is whether it is correct or not. And you can see very professional diagram, very professional flow it is generated. So you can see that this one, is this correct? Kindly confirm. Is this correct or not? So, because you are from the core domain of this topic, and you might be knowing whether it is correct or not. Okay. So, request phase identification, HV, LV, overhead, and so many other things. Okay. So, you can use this tool, very popular platform. for generation of circuits. Okay, if components are more, so there is one more query. If components are more than 100, then block diag can we take circuit connection set. Definitely PCB also. Can we take circuit connection in any software for making PCB? Yes, I will tell this particular part also. PCB, for PCB we can use KiCad. Okay, KiCad or Easy EDA. Now if I want to create some graphic, some 2D 3D designs, that can also be done. Okay, so you can see that some certain circuits we have created, and all of these scripts I have taken from chat gpt, Google AI Studio. So you can see that this one, if I want to download it, it can be downloaded. Otherwise it's a screenshot we can take. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Up to this point, is it clear to all participants? Kindly confirm. Whatever we are discussing, are these points clear to all of you? In chat window, kindly confirm. Yes, definitely you can draw PCB Gerber file also. Okay, if you want to draw circuit for Proteus and list of components and PCB. Okay, I will tell that particular part also, how to work on PCB low power supply based circuits. Okay, now we will see certain other tools, AI based tools for content creation, for content generation. So this is the notebook, and if you want to plot it, that can also be done. Now we will see one more platform for content writing, for content creation, that is Panda Power, for electrical engineering. How many of you are aware with this tool, with this platform? Panda Power, yes or no? How many of you have worked on this platform, Panda Power, for electrical modeling, power system analysis? Okay, so again, with in same way, most of these tools I am covering, these will be very these will be beneficial for your research work, because many times in simulation part we stuck. I want to simulate a circuit, I want to generate a circuit, and we want to go for evaluation part. So for that, we can, what we can do, we can go for this particular platform. So these type of diagrams, these types of plots will be generated automatically. Generally, what we do to simulate the circuits, to create the circuits, we use MATLAB. Okay, to work on MATLAB or Scilab, obviously we should know simulation part. But without using MATLAB, without using Scilab or that particular simulation platform, I want to simulate my circuit. I want to generate circuit, and along with that I want to simulate. For that, what we will do, we will make use of Panda Power. Okay, electrical modeling, different types of models we will be able to create, different types of blocks. So this type of data will be created. Transformer results, you might have seen in research papers, in thesis, in dissertations, we have to give our results in this format. If our results are not in this particular format, in tabular format, in graphical format, then generally papers are not accepted. So to get very good publication, Scopus, SCI, Web of Science, our results should be having uh, or our paper should be having some graph, some table, some simulation, some mathematics, some equations. So it should be mixture of different scientific aspects. One way is that we will learn and use MATLAB. What is major issue with MATLAB? MATLAB is proprietary software. Many times it is seen that people or students or research scholars use pirated version of MATLAB. Rather than using pirated version of MATLAB, what we can do, we can take open source software. We can work on open source tools, and in these open source toolkits, we will be able to simulate our work. We will be able to get tabular outcome, and within AI, we will be able to get explanation about these results. For example, this table is generated by ChatGPT, by Panda Power. I want to write 5 to 6 lines about this diagram, about this table. Obviously we have to write table 1 is doing this one, table 2 is doing this one, in figure 1 we are doing this thing. So we, again, that's that point also we can work, we can implement using AI. So for that I will show you some demonstration, that this one Panda Power. Okay, so rather than making use of classical MATLAB or Scilab based simulations, what we can do, we can take these platforms, and with these implementations we will be able to simulate our work. So I will show you some demonstrations. Okay, first of all I will show you how to install it. So Panda Power we will install in Google Colab. So it is installed, pip install Panda Power. Now this circuit I want to generate. Okay, so this particular code we can generate with, from ChatGPT or Google AI Studio. So I am using Google AI Studio. Okay, so Panda Power script or Panda Power code for PMU smart grid attack and avoidance mechanism with, for example, genetic algorithm, or using ant colony optimization. Okay, but some optimization technique I want to implement, I want to use some uh, specific parameter. Okay, so you can see that some diagrams can also be generated. If I want to depict it in form of a diagram, that can also be done. So you can see that Panda Power script. Okay, so this code is available. If I want to simulate it, we want to simulate it without MATLAB. Within Python it will be simulated. Okay, so you can see that simulation of Panda Power in context to PMU smart grid attack and ant colony optimization. Optimization technique, if you are working on particle swarm optimization, then so you can see that very rigorous, very professional code will be generated. Okay, meanwhile it is generated. So you can see that earlier codes which I have already generated, I will show you by which way it will give you the output. So you can see that this particular code, now I want to visualize it. Okay, if I want to take its output, okay, we want to get its complete output. So you can see that this particular small network with one grid, one transformer, one load, and this is the outcome. So you can see, otherwise to get this particular output we have to work on MATLAB. Okay, without working on, so I'm not saying that we should not work on MATLAB, we are not saying that we should not work on Scilab or any other software, but major thing is that if these things are, if these implementations can be done with open source platforms, then it is very easy. So you can see its visualization is also available. So another implementation, industrial feeder simulation. Circuit statement is how many buses, external grid. So you can see very professional industrial automation, industrial scenario we have taken, and this is Panda Power code we have executed, and this is output, simulation output. You can see, even without touching MATLAB, without touching any other third party software, proprietary software, we will be able to draw it. Okay, so if you want to take very professional results, very professional outcomes for your research work, you can make use of these platforms. Okay, so this one, so this particular code, and so you can take it, you can move it. So you can see its diagram is also created. Okay, I have not asked it to generate the diagram. So you can see Google AI Studio is able to generate its diagram also, by which way this particular feeder or this particular algorithm is associated with some image. Okay, so attacked data. So this one is the diagram. Okay, I have not put any prompt related to diagram creation. Still, along with the code, it has given me the diagram. Okay, code, simply take it and you will be able to implement it with very effective results. Okay, so Google AI Studio, very powerful platform for creation of research based content. Okay, if I want to create some particular image, for example generate media. Okay, I want to generate some media in Google AI Studio. What we can do, image gen. For example, I want to create a scenario of smart grid. Okay, so you want to create some animation, for example, for your presentation, for your PPT, because all of you are academicians, you also might be involved in delivering of sessions, delivering of some particular content in seminars, conferences. Many times we have to give output presentation in form of animation. So what you can do, VO, Google AI Studio VO. If you are a YouTuber, okay, many times we upload our sessions, we upload some lectures on YouTube, and on for YouTube we want to add some animations, so we can create with Google AI Studio VO. Okay, for example some smart grid or energy theft detection, energy theft management, whatever your topic is, you can simply specify your prompt, its video will be created, and with your own video you will be able to add. Now I will create some content, image gen, so speech generation, image gen. Now in image gen, for example, I want to show some, okay, engineers working on electrical smart grid. Okay, I want to create a one image for my paper, for my presentation or report, in which smart grid should be there, electrical smart grid, engineers should be working, okay, on with disaster or energy management, okay, or energy theft. Okay, so I want to show in my presentation there that there is some disaster or some energy theft is going on, or and some engineers are working on that. I want to create its image for my paper or for my presentation, run. So very soon its output will be created. I will show you. So electrical grid security concerns, so you can see that its title is generated. Which type of image I want to generate, one by one. Now you can see that this one. So this, okay. In same way, if I want to create another image, for example, electrical smart grid, okay, disaster management on electrical power station. So I want to create another image, multiple images, different diagrams, different sketches, RGB images, 2D, 3D diagrams, we will be able to create. So you can see that this one, large view. So what is my prompt? That engineers are working on some electrical power station. Okay, disaster management on railway track with drones. Okay, so any whatever is in our mind, we can specify that particular scenario. Okay, because depending upon our implementations, we have to use some sketches, some diagrams. So you can see this is the image. So I have written disaster management on railway track. So this image is created, and this image, this actual diagram do not exist anywhere in this world. It is not copy paste, it is not taken from Google Images. Okay, so you can see that historically created diagrams, so multiple diagrams we have already created. Okay, so this one, that engineers are working on smart grid. So if I want to use a particular diagram in my research paper related to engineers working on smart grid, or they are monitoring the smart grid, they are monitoring the dashboard of that smart city, So we can use this diagram without any issue of plagiarism. It is in 0% plagiarism. Okay, so I can download it, and now you can see that it will be downloaded. So on desktop you can see that this is the image in 0% plagiarism. And for my presentation, for my research papers, for study material, you can see that how much it is effective. Otherwise what we do, we take images from internet, we download images from here and there, and after that uh, we try to modify it. These are AI generated images. Okay, so either you can use Google AI Studio, one more platform, very powerful platform for creating images or circuits. Okay, you can use Microsoft Designer images. Okay, you can create your free account on Microsoft platform, and different types of images you will be able to create. So it's up to you whether you want to create some circuits. So I have shown you some scenarios of circuits. So you want to create some circuit diagrams. Okay, or you want to create some 2D 3D images, you want to simulate some particular part without using MATLAB. Okay, for example, engineers working on electrical power station, okay, or power supply for disaster management, okay, and analysis of smart grid. So whatever is in my mind I am typing. Okay, so we will see which type of image, which type of diagram will be generated. So n number of diagrams will be generated, and we have, when we started this session, I have shown you one slide in which it is written that how many jobs are in threat, are under threat. Lots of firings are going on. So you can see that this is first image. I have written that engineers working on electrical power supply for disaster management. This is first image. I can use it in my paper presentation report. Second image, third image, fourth image. Now you can see that how much it is easy to work on some effective content, okay, for your papers, for your presentations. And these people, these faces do not exist anywhere in this world. These faces are also AI generated faces. If I want to specify a particular pinpoint matter like PMU, smart grid, cyber attack, whatever is the scenario, you can define it. Images will be generated, and you will be able to use these without any issue of plagiarism. Okay, either Microsoft Designer to create 2D 3D images, you will be able to use Google AI Studio. If you want to work on simulation part, then Panda Power. It is Python based, without using MATLAB, without using proprietary software. We will be able to plot graph from any type of circuit. You want to generate some circuits, you will be able to use ngSpice. Okay, as we have seen, ngSpice. With ngSpice, PySpice, and LT Spice, these we will be able to use. So depending upon your interest, whether you are interested in programming part or not. So if you are already aware with programming part, then you can use ngSpice, PySpice. If you want to use GUI based software, you can use Google AI Studio, Microsoft Designer. Okay, up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Kindly confirm. It will not be covered under AI plagiarism. There is one message that whether it will be under AI plagiarism or not, it will not be under AI plagiarism. Okay, it will be free from AI plagiarism, because AI plagiarism comes from linguistic content, from text content. Okay, however, methods are available to remove that AI plagiarism also from text. Okay, but in images, there is no issue of AI plagiarism. Up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Kindly confirm so that we can move ahead with next topic. Up to this point, is it clear to all participants? Kindly confirm. Coding part also, there is no problem, there is no issue, because what we are doing from code, we are creating this circuit. Okay, for example, this circuit I have created, okay, from this code. Final outcome is this circuit, not this code. In our paper, in our report, we will not give this code, we will give this particular circuit by screenshot or by saving. So nobody can say, no software can detect that this circuit is generated from script or code. If you will give code, in that case it will be identified. If you will not give code, if you will specify only image, then nobody, no software can detect that this circuit is generated by code. Are you getting this point? Is this clear to all of you? Okay, so, and how much these are looking difficult or easy, you can tell, you can message how much these tools are looking easy or difficult, workable or not. So you can see here what everything is possible. Graph searches, okay, you will be able to work out. Now next tool, AI based tool we will cover for diagram explanation, for depiction of diagrams, for detailed analysis of diagrams. UPDF, very powerful tool, very powerful AI based platform I will cover. First of all, I am showing you what I am going to do. Okay, so electrical power theft, okay, or electricity PMU smart grid. Okay, PMU smart grid. I am taking one diagram so that I can show you something. For example, any point, any particular diagram we can take for demonstration. Okay, this particular diagram we will see phasor measurement unit, and in PMU in power supply we will do something on this image. Okay, now this image I will download. Now you might have seen that whenever, so whether you are writing a paper or thesis, or you are working on some research project, or you are understanding a topic. For example, I want to understand this diagram, or this diagram I have created, and I want to write few lines about this diagram in my paper or in my presentation. Then what I will do? In general way, I will write in my own language, in my own English. This particular diagram or figure 1 depicts point of common coupling in electrical power supply. Okay, it is having wind generators controllers. So it is not a very professional English. We can say that it is a very bad English, because our English may not be very good. So if we are given the task to write 4 to 5 lines about this diagram, then we will write in very layman point of view. Okay, power supply is there and it is connected to micro turbines. So in this way, and generally, if we will write our English in this way, paper will be rejected. Definitely, it will be rejected, because it is not a professional way of writing English. I want to write, I want to explain this diagram, or I want to understand this diagram in very professional way. For that, what I will do, I will make use of AI chatbot. I will use AI platform UPDF. So many platforms available, and in this multimodal chat is available with images. Click multimodal chat with images. I will upload this image. This is known as image chatting. I will upload this diagram on AI platform, and in very professional way I will be able to get detailed explanation about this image, about this specific diagram. Okay, very soon you will see detailed explanation of this image, this specific diagram. Okay, now it is working, and very soon we will see. Okay, so if I want to get a detailed relationship, for example, I want to see relationship between microgrid power distribution and power electronics interface, so I will ask from this software. Okay, so it is working now, and we will see. So clear chat, and in fresh we will work. Okay, so you can see that explain this image. Now you can see that it is explaining this image in very professional way. So this is actual image and this is explanation. For example, in my PPT, in my presentation or research paper, I want to get detailed explanation about this image. You can see that I have written explain this image. Is this visible to all of you? So you can see that in how much professional way it is creating the description of this image. This is known as image chatting. Okay, so you can see this one. Each and every component is explicitly explained. In this actual diagram, only blocks are given. I want to explain each and every block. So you can see that it is explaining relationship of everything. So what system flow is doing, what PCC is doing in this particular image, okay, what MPD is doing, or whatever it is, whatever block is there, it will define each and everything. Even from a single diagram, we can write a complete research paper. If I want to write a complete book chapter only on this diagram, it can be possible. If I want to write 20 pages or 30 pages only on this diagram, it is possible with AI in this way. So you can see that I have uploaded this image. Now I want to see some relationship. For example, I want to see, okay, what is the relationship between electric grid and controller. Okay. For example, I am not able to understand what is meaning of what is the relationship of electric grid with controller in this diagram. So I will ask this platform, okay, relation in electric grid and controller. So whatever we ask from a scholar, from a student, or from a teacher, we can ask it from AI chatbot, from AI platform. So it is generating, it is giving me very pinpoint relationship between electric grid and controller in tabular way, in graphical format, in points, in bullets, everything. Okay. Otherwise, it is very difficult to analyze anybody's diagram. If somebody else has created diagram, or we have created a one image from internet or from a research paper, it is very difficult to judge what they have done, because in papers, in chapters, only 2 to 3 lines are given about a diagram. This diagram is doing this thing, this particular figure is doing this one, but we need detailed explanation. So you can see that only in electric grid and controller relationship we have generated one complete page. And for students also it is very easy. For example, you have taken one diagram, you have taken one photo, one snap from your mobile phone related to some image, you can get detailed explanation. Okay, convert above in paragraph. So you can see that now relationship of electric grid and controller in this one. So this image we are chatting in this, so this is known as image data analytics, image chatting using AI. Okay, because in papers, in presentations, many times we have to write in paragraph format rather than bullets numbering, or in some tabular way. So we can ask it to generate paragraph, to generate table, or whatever it is. Are you getting these points? Is it clear to all of you? Kindly confirm in chat window. Are you getting what we are discussing, and whether it is looking adaptable or not? How much these are looking easy or difficult to work with? Any diagram you will be able to take. Okay. Okay. Any number of diagrams you will be able to download, and you can ask this particular platform. This is known as multimodal image chat. Okay. Main or main points or main blocks or main 5 blocks from this diagram. Okay, I want to see which are main 5 blocks, which are main 5 points in in this particular diagram. You can see that. So out of so many blocks, it will identify main 5 blocks which are doing their work in this particular image. This one. Okay, so image chatting. So what we have done, simply uploaded image, in uploaded circuit. Even you will be able to upload the circuit, any circuit you want to get detailed explanation. Upload that circuit, upload that image, and ask whatever is in your mind, whatever you want to ask. Everything is everything it will generate. Okay, for example, circuit. Okay, anything you will be able to take. Okay, for example, this PMU. Okay, now I want to download it. I want to get detailed explanation. I want to write one paragraph about this image. I want to get detailed analytics. Okay, so UPDF, multimodal image chat, multimodal chat with images. I will upload that image. Okay, whether I have taken from my mobile phone or screenshot or whatever it is. Okay, now I will upload. Once it is uploaded, I will ask, explain this image for my paper, for my presentation, for my any type of work. So you can see that this one, now it is generating. Okay, whatever is in your mind, you will be able to take. Okay. Clear chat, explain this image. Okay, so this is detailed explanation. This is, so we can, in papers we write, figure 1 depicts PMU architecture and analog signals, which are different components. Each and every component it will explicitly explain. So in this particular diagram, if we want to ask anything, what is the relationship, what is the relationship of GPS receiver with modem, what is the relationship of anti-aliasing filter with that. Okay, whatever vaguely or logically you can think, you can ask, and it will give you very pinpoint and professional answer. So in this way, you can see that this is known as image data analysis or circuit explanation. So whatever circuit, whatever diagram you want to explain, you can upload on AI and it will explain it. Okay. So dear participants, you can explore these platforms. Beyond these, also thousands of other toolkits available. In AI mode, thousands of platforms available for different applications. You will be able to explore, you will be able to work out. Now dear participants, I am sharing this presentation. Quickly send, just a minute. I will share this presentation in which certain tools are given, so you will be able to explore these tools. I will upload link of this presentation in chat window, and now session is open for your queries. If you have any query, you can ask. Session is open for your queries and doubts. Dear participants, link of this presentation I have shared in chat window. Simply